The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Rattlers and the Pirates. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I checked in with the Rattlers head coach. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Michael Hawkins. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Got a man. It's Wade. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. This time he wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff for Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Looking to fire. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job.
Maybe a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Pirates. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Dangerous throw there that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins unloads to the wideout. What a grab with one hand. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. On the move is the 30. Into the secondary on the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball.
Could be an alley. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Barnett. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside. It's Cook. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Throwing, Hawkins. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the deep...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Rattlers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Makes the grab. It's Watson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He gets a block. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Catch in the middle, it's Epps. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Cook. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Hawkins from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They go play action with Hawkins. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Pirates are in the hurry up.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle.
There he goes. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Watson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Pirates need to pick it up on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Hawkins. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Steps away. On the run, fires downfield. This time he's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and 10. Michael Hawkins. It's complete.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to change this route. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get into play immediately.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third down, here's Watson. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. One more snap coming before halftime. Throwing, Hawkins. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Akron, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Zips, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Farmer. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken. In the end zone. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Barnett. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Running inside, it's Cook. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rattlers. That one will give them the lead.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that one stings for this offense, man, because your defense just gave up points. They grabbed the momentum. You're trying to go get it back. And what do? You cough the football up, put your defense right back on the field. They got to answer the bell this time. Last time they gave up points. This time they're going to need to go bail you out and make you look good.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Cook. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Will get things started here on offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Barnett. The screen, and watch out. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then find...
Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Pirates pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball.
There's some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the Pirates kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This time they'll go to the running game. Touchdown Pirates! And they take it in for 6 more points. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go play action with Hawkins. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The play action fake. He's going to take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it
first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Pressure coming. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Shotgun snap on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Both of these teams off to slow starts this season, desperately needing a victory, and they've got the closing minutes to try to pull it out. Looking for room, it's Chambers. Picks up the first down. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Pirates send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Here's the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. The throw. Finds his big tight end.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
And it'll be the Rattlers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got room to... Here's a little room there. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people are trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to slam it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Gets rid of it. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the first. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Here's again to Watson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Simon. Got a little grass. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Pirates enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Sends it back in motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll try it again. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And, Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out. And
that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.